What is up, guys? It's DJ Martini Midwest Reviews coming at you with another video from my channel. Today is kind of a redo and update because I have more information on this Boytone speaker. I physically opened one up and got into its internals and guts and figured out a little bit more information that I want to bring to you in this video today. I thought it was just more update, and I also wanted to shine it in its best light and do an outside sound test, which I was able to do. I'll bring that to you guys as well. So I have a lot in this video that's gonna talk about this Boytone speaker just to give you a better overall review of the speaker. So I thought it was important to give this speaker its best chance and do the rest of those tests for you. So we're going to talk about it all today, guys. Thank you for tuning in. DJ Martini Midwest Reviews, DJ Martini Midwest services on Facebook, and DJ Martini Midwest. Thank you guys for tuning in, guys. Please like, subscribe, and share. If you guys are interested in review videos, guys, I buy all this stuff myself. I'm not sponsored by anybody, so those likes and subscribes do help my channel to be able to bring you guys more events, more videos, more reviews, more items, those types of things, guys. So thank you guys so much. Please continue to love my videos, the comments, the questions. Love them all, guys. I will continue to answer them as quickly as possible when I can, guys. Thank you guys so much. And let's get into the video because I have a lot of information for you. So if you buy the Boytone speaker, guys, it comes in two factors. It comes in a double pack, so you get two of these speakers in, basically they're sold to be one, but you can get a double pack for $199, which is actually a really good deal. But in my opinion, now that I've got to test these pretty well, I don't see a reason to need two of these, especially for what I believe that they will be good for. So I would suggest just buying one at $129, which is a good deal. You can just buy one. It is an extra to buy two, so maybe if you wanted to get one at a deal price, it's an option. But like I said, I really only think you need one of these speakers for what we're going to get into later in the video. So if you buy the speaker, it does come in this box right here. It is a nice box. It says portable active karaoke speaker system with dual 10 speakers, TWS, which is true wireless stereo. I don't know about that. And no wire needed to connect the two speakers, so you can pair the speakers together. It does work, not really tricky at all. It's in the instructions, so it's good to go, easy to do. I'm not going to show you that today either because, like I said, I just don't think it's really needed to have two of these together. So anyways, it does say high power. That's debatable. We'll talk about that in a minute. It does come with a manual, a little DC unit here. This is the 15-volt DC power outlet, which will charge the speaker. The speaker is rechargeable, so it does have a battery. It is a 12-volt 4.5 amp hour battery, guys, so it does have rechargeable capabilities. You do not need an outlet, so you can take it wherever you want, set it up, and it's good to go. So that's very positive on the speaker at $129. We're going to get into all the features. I'm going to show you the speaker, guys. I just wanted to kind of show you what you all get in the box. So I showed you the charger, the instructions. You will also get a remote control, which is very useful, guys. It will get you through the FM. It does have an FM radio, so you can get the radio. It does work really good, so I do like that. It does have a mode button to get you through the Bluetooth radio and the auxiliary mode for the 3.5mm jack. It does have an EQ button. Some of the EQ settings are kind of bad. They don't really help the speaker, but there is one called CUT, I believe it's CUT. That's what it looks like on the display, and that one works really good. So I would use the remote to go through those functions, those EQ settings. It might help and improve the sound of the speaker. And then of course you get the speaker itself, which is right behind me, which we're going to get to right now. I'm going to take you around the speaker, guys, really quick. Starting with the handle, it does have a push button, so you can get that to lock in and then lock into the next one. It does go right about there is the highest you can get it right there. Other than that, I do love the actual speaker box. It has a nice look, handles in front and the sides, nice plastic here, so it's actually pretty well built for the price point of $129, guys. So it just has a little bit of issues with this play amp, but we're going to talk about all the features here. It does have 3.5mm jack and your USB input here, and a micro SD card reader does have a little LED display, can go through your modes. It does have an annoying like lady say stuff, and we'll see that right now when I go to the inputs here.
Bluetooth mode. Radio. Line in.
But you can see the radio is actually one of my favorite features, and you can go through that really easy with the channel buttons. It does have a little like sticker on here to say where the charge light is, which is kind of funny. And then it does have a 15 volt 2 amp charger that it does come with. I do have it on the side here that I haven't showed you guys yet, but you know, it's just a regular wall charger. I'll show you that right after this video. And then it has the mic in here, has the to hook up to another 12 volt battery if you want to go outside that. It does have a LED, so you can have the lights on or off. It's nice to have that switch on there. It does have power, and then you know, your controls with the volume, bass, treble, echo for your karaoke, and your microphone volume. It is the Boytone BT-10SP, guys. They're all right there. This is where your battery is. Like I said, it's a 12 volt 4.5 amp hour battery. So very, very nice that you can have portable power, and it's been working pretty good actually. So everything is okay there. Let's go ahead. Wheels on the bottom, guys, that are actually pretty nice. I'm gonna kind of try to spin this around. You can kind of see the front of the speaker right here, guys. It has a handle at the top and a handle at the bottom, which is nice. Nice Boytone label there. The speakers are silver. I thought that maybe they did that just because they wanted to show you the lights a little bit better, which I could turn on real quick. There we go. There's the lights. So they are bright. They do go around the perimeter here, and they have the little spindle here, the little wing that will shine the lights on the speakers, which is kind of cool. So I do like the effect. That's the only effect. They don't go to the music or anything like that, but that is a nice to just have the lights in there in the speaker. So I do kind of like that. All right, guys, so a lot of information I want to get to you, and I definitely want to give you a mic test, an inside test, show you that audible hiss, and then get into positives and negatives at the end. Also give you an outside test. So there's a lot of things I want to just fit in here, so I'm going to keep going, guys. So let's get into a microphone test really quick as well, guys. So, and I just want you to notice that audible hiss, guys. The audible hiss is just crazy, and it really drives me crazy. So one of the very biggest negatives about the speaker is this hiss. So let's go ahead and turn the mic on. That hiss is crazy. Now this is more of like a loudspeaker, but still that hiss is absolutely audible. I can hear it. It's a little higher definitely than anywhere it should be. So, but the mic does work. Good signal, all that kind of stuff. Actually sounds pretty good over the hiss, but that hiss is there and it just bothers me. So you can see that the microphone does work. It does work at a pretty good distance, what I'll show you on the outside test. And let's go ahead and show you some music now as well. Now, when you're using Bluetooth, same hiss, and it's about just as loud. Now, when you're using a laptop or some other kind of device, the hiss goes down just a shade, but it's still there and very, very upsetting. But let's go ahead and show you a quick little sound sample on my laptop right behind me. I am hooked up by 3.5mm jack. I'm not going to show you Bluetooth, but Bluetooth works very, very good. It's easy to pair. You know, it's simple little instructions. It does say the BT-10SP is what it'll say for the Bluetooth connection. You just press that and boom, you're connected. Very, very easy there. So let's go ahead and show you a sound test. Now there is also a delay too, which is kind of weird. So it'll be like a second before the music starts after I hit play, and I'm going to show you that right here. So I'm going to say play. And then I hit stop, and you heard that little audible hiss, and then you heard the speaker stop. So like I said, I just drives me absolutely loony on that audible hiss, which is my biggest negative, because actually I would have some good positives on this speaker if it just wasn't for that audible hiss that almost makes it unmanageable sometimes. You know, positives is price point at $129, guys. It is a deal for portable power and a dual speaker. It does have the microchip set. It is running a CS8630. and it does say high power here, but that microchip in there is a Class D amplifier that only has 32 watts. So I don't know if I would consider that high power at 32 watts. So these speakers are probably 4 ohms because that's what the chip says that it runs at its best is at 4 ohms. It does run 2 ohms too at 18 watts, which would be even less. Now these do get loud even with that 32 continuous RMS with that chip, but at high volumes they do get a little muddy. The bass isn't that great, certain songs won't sound that great, and the tweeter is kind of high and brash at sometimes very tingy, I would say. But for outside, that's kind of what you want. You want it to be a loudspeaker, you want it to be loud, you want to be able to hear and feel some of the mid basses out there, and you will get that from the speaker, but you have to be outside, and that's why I want to kind of give you an outside test. One, you'll kind of eliminate some of that hiss because you're going to be outside, and there's a lot of ambient sounds going on, so you're not going to hear that hiss, and so that's where this speaker could shine, is in an outside event. So that's why I'm going to give it its props there, and we'll see what it can do out there. Now, like I said, I did have to completely tear one of these speakers apart to be able to show you and get to that. So I can't pair these speakers up because I already tore that speaker apart, because I wanted to find out how many watts it was, the speaker ohms, the impedance, and some of those things to be able to tell you guys. And at 32 watts, I don't consider that high power. But with these new systems running computer chips as Class D amplifiers, that's pretty crazy to me, but that's the new technology that they're going with. So since I tore that other speaker apart, I will be modding that, and I will bring you that video. I'm going to have fun and do some crazy stuff with it. Maybe buy a complete different board, or just buy something that I can get in there and get the speaker to work again. So I'm excited to do that as well, but we're still here with the Boytone, and I want to go ahead and give you a microphone test and a sound test outside. That way you guys can get that idea.
I've got the outside test. You can see the Boytone Bluetooth speaker out in the background, guys. I got my microphone hooked up to my camera here, and we're going to go ahead and run a test on the sound test outside, guys. I think this is where the speaker really shines, so I'm going to step off screen. I'm going to use the microphone really quick just to show you that, but notice inside you could hear the audible tone. I do have the microphone on right now. You're not going to hear that outside. You're not going to hear that. This is a good loudspeaker for outside. So if you have any kind of outside gigs, pool party, barbecue, family gathering, garage party, those type of things, and you're outside, you have a lot of audible sounds outside. So this is a mic check. Mic check 1 2 3. Mic check test, and you can hear that outside really good. You can see that you're not going to hear that stuff outside. So this speaker can shine, but it has to be outside, in my opinion. So I'm going to go give you a little test with some music, a couple quick clips, royalty-free music, and then we'll move this right along. Mic check 1 2 3 4.
Alright guys, so let's talk about it. Let's finish this video up on the Boytone BT-10SP, guys. It is a dual system, and I do like the configuration. I do like the way it looks. It's actually a pretty decent looking speaker. I like the way it's built. I don't know about the circuitry, but everything else is pretty solid, so I do like all that. Very positive there. So here's my positives and negatives, guys. Bottom line, guys, positives, price point, guys, all the features of this speaker do work. It is $129. You can get two for $199. I don't see any reason to get two of them for the purpose of being an outside speaker, but you know, it's up to you. If you want to purchase that, you do get a good deal if you buy two at $199 or one for $129, guys. You can find this on eBay and Amazon. I will leave links in the description if you guys are interested. Like I said, I was able to get into one of these speakers and find out that it has a microchip amplifier and basically just a microchip circuitry, very, very small inside. First time I've ever seen anything like that, but that's probably the way it's going. But that's also the reason why probably something's not quite right, and it definitely has an audible hiss, which is a negative we'll get to in a second. But rest of the positives, guys, is, you know, it does have a remote, a charger, portable power, the lights, even though there's only one setting here, still cool to have an outline of the lights. Everything works, from the wireless microphone to the Bluetooth to pairing it to the other speaker. Everything works, guys, so it's pretty solid there. My biggest positive is just the way it works outside, guys. It works okay outside, and it sounds pretty okay as well. So if you use it outside, I can actually say I would recommend the speaker for outside. Anything outdoors, it works, guys. You heard it. It worked a little bit better with an Android device. I don't know if the audio codec, what it takes, but it worked a little bit higher volumes with an Android device than an Apple device. But needless to say, the sound test was with an Apple device. So everything worked there, guys, and you can hear that it doesn't have that audible hiss with anything outdoors, because you have, you know, ambient sound going on outside. So absolutely, guys, I can recommend this for outside, and that's why I kind of wanted to redo this video and show you that, you know, show the speaker in its best light outside. All right, let's talk about the negatives, guys. A couple negatives, in my opinion, is that audible hiss is the biggest one. Too much. There's something going on with the circuitry in the speaker where it's having that incredible audible hiss. Also, the delay is crazy, with about a second delay from when you press play to when the music starts. Kind of weird. And then you even have, like me being like a tenth of a second, you'll hear the audible hiss and then the music starts. So you have that second delay, a tenth of a second delay on the hiss, and then the music starts. So definitely going on with the audio codecing inside. I don't know, but that's my biggest negative. Also, I wish it had a pole mount. It does not, so I had to go out and I purchased this is an example, but I have a pole mount adapter here that I can just put on the bottom of the speaker with 4 screws, and I've done that. I did it on 4th of July, let it play for 4 or 5 hours on a pole mount, and absolutely loved it. So I do like the way this looks and everything like that. I just can't say I love the way audible hiss is, so that is a negative for me. Also, I wish that maybe it had a little bit more connectivity, so maybe like a actual quarter jack input or RCA instead of just a 3.5 and Bluetooth. But you know, at the price point, they did what they could. So I do like certain aspects of the speaker, but the biggest negative, guys, is that audible hiss, and you know, maybe no pole mount is pretty big for me. So other than that, guys, I'm glad you guys tuned into this video. I was glad I was able to bring you that extra information on now knowing the watts, because I broke a speaker down and checked that it is 32 watts, guys. On both speakers, there's 2 chips in there, 32 on the top, 32 on the bottom, and then one is actually spliced and goes to your tweeter as well, and it has a crossover on there. So you get the 32 watts on 4 ohms continuous power. That is RMS, 32 watts RMS. So I don't know about high power, it says on there. I don't know about that, but 32 watts, and I was able to get there. And look, that the chip is a CS8630E. If you guys want to look it up, I'm seeing any extra specs on it, so that is good to know. Also, the battery is a 12 volt 4.5 amp hour battery. It is rechargeable. It does work good, gives you 4 to 5 hours easily with the lights on at high volumes. Tested it out, works good. Takes about 2 to 3 hours to charge, guys. So I think those are the biggies that you guys want to know on the speaker, and I was glad I was able to get that extra in this video. Only where you're going to see it right here on DJ Martini Midwest Reviews, guys. I'm glad I could bring you the extra information. This has been the BT-10SP Boytone. Everything works. Everything's pretty simple to use. Bluetooth, wireless mic, everything is there and it works, guys. But it's just absolutely, I would not recommend this for anything indoors. Just too much audible hiss. Unless you can get that volume really high, you crank it loud, you can't get over that audible hiss indoors. So I cannot personally recommend this speaker for anything indoors. That's just my opinion, but I can't recommend it for indoor use unless you like to crank it. I can't recommend it for indoor use. It's just too much audible hiss. I can recommend for outdoors though, guys. If you want a speaker for pool parties, garage parties, anything like that outdoors, I can recommend this speaker, guys. It does work. It is okay, and I would say it's good for outdoors, and that's why I wanted to bring you this too with the sound test, because shine it in its best light, and that's outdoors. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully this was a good informational video for you. Thank you guys so much. More videos to come, including one where I'm going to do something with the shell of the other speaker that I have of this one and see what I can do and improve on it. So thank you guys so much. More videos to come right here on DJ Martini Midwest Reviews. Thank you.